Hey everyone, welcome to weekly recap number 35. And during this week I had only several trades because the markets were pretty unclear. So let me first of all show you what I mean by unclear markets. So even now, even today, when you are stepping to, for example, USD/JPY, so this is basically what unclear market looks like. So as you can see, there's basically almost no structure, a lot of weeks that are taking every participant out, and I mean participants that are not using stop losses like this, if this entry, this stop loss. So more or less usual participants, and even 4 hours is losing its usual clearness. Daily also became pretty unclear here. So this unclear market. Euro USD, though it provides with a bit more moving and more structures, as you can see, compared to USD/JPY, and 1 hour is also like, if you're looking closely, then maybe you can argue for some structure, for some S&D chains, but look at this candle. So a lot of weeks, and if I'm asking myself about the direction, with all honesty, we are having no direction. So again, this is how unclear markets are looking like, and I didn't trade it. Same goes for GU. So you see, just back and forth. So we are either in accumulation or distribution here. GBP, GPY, Euro, GPY, basically all the same. So for this kind of market, you can argue that there is some chain of supply and demand, definitely, and that overall we are moving to the upside. But with the same time, we have a lot of weeks as well. Probably the clearest market during the previous week was gold. As you can see, there is clear direction. So first of all, there is a clear direction, and if you look closely at how the market develops, it develops in clear moves and some tightening or correction. Clear move, correction, correction, not the clearest move, correction into the zone, but the overall chain is holding. So we have clear impulse, correction, followed by another impulse, followed by another correction, and another impulse. So this is more clear market. This is what I tried to trade. And also, my first trade was here on US 30, actually first two trades. And the logic for this was some context from weekly. So first of all, of course, this is historically bullish. We created some bullishness here. Again, I'm not being too detailed here because this is not the main storyteller, this time frame. But we have this impulse, we have some correction, we have some absorption, and we have movement to the upside and unmitigated wick. So something telling for possible bullish from weekly. Daily is, if we take only this part, we see overall movement to the upside, specifically from this box. We are moved to the upside and now came for a possible reaccumulation here. And now, while we are moving to 4 hours and 1 hour, they become more and more important. So first of all, if we take a look at 4 hours, we see that we came, so this is the weekly zone. We are coming into the weekly zone here. Coming in what manner? We are coming in a manner of vertical accumulation. So while the market performs the pullback, it also creates some up movement, which is telling, so not only down movement followed by one up movement here in the zone. It goes down and up, so not like really big correction. And then in the zone, it undergoes some period of back and forth, and that creates up move and holds the structure. It creates an up move of a poor quality with this deceleration and this absorption on 1 hour basis. As you can see, it goes below, but then starts to move up and holds the structure. So my main target was these highs, And also my bias was from 1 hour. So 1 hour locally at that time was pretty bullish as well. So as you can see, you have a clear period of accumulation. Then you have bullish into the zone, bullish into correction, bullish holds, reaccumulation or absorption, and then it created this clear up move into the zone, and then created to develop again bullish structure here. So we have a zone, impulse, correction, and possible impulse to these targets. And let's see how it all looked on lower time frames. So 15-minute, not the clearest chart, definitely, but at the same time previously we have some clearness here, some clear moves. And while 15 minutes was developing, so this was the start of New York, I was going to look for some entries. Again, 15 minutes, 5 minutes are looking like this, so just upwards structure developing. And recently we had impulse into extended correction into the zone. So as you see here, structure is indeed confirmed. And then the price started to move up on 1 minute. And 1 minute, as you can see, it has this basically uptrend inside average or moderate bullish context from higher time frame. Again, I'm not saying that this is the clearest market, but from all the pairs, these markets and gold was pretty clear. So we created this clear up move to the downside, followed by slower correction, a bit bigger impulse, but impulse into the zone started to hold. And while it started to hold, basically on this impulse I entered, but the price created one more move to the downside, stopped me out for this amount, and then went all the way to take profit and far above. And while the price just rejected the zone again and started to move up, I was looking for one more impulse correction impulse, and what I had here is impulse correction in the form of a box or tightening, and then one more impulse and like smaller correction, and on the way up I was entering. So some notes from me, will not stop now, will not stop on it now. And interesting fact is that we had this connector, as you can see. So we had bigger zone, broke with the impulse, and then mitigated here. Price created one more impulse, went to this connector, and then started impulse to the upside. This time going to take profit to 2R, with a bigger, so I guess this is 2R, something like this. And this is how the price developed. So let me be more clear here. So just chopped around for some time, and then created bigger impulse to the upside. I guess I rejected again. No, went almost to take profit. Yeah, again almost to take profit, and then it eventually broke it all, and went to, I guess, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5, let's say. Yeah, 5, definitely 5, and then went to the upside. So this is how it looked on 15 minutes. So as you can see, so just this bullish continuation developed into these highs, into the main target. This is how it looked on 1 hour. So impulse, correction, and then inside impulse, correction, and to these highs. So these were 2 trades for US 30. Then I had one loser in Germany, Germany 30. Basically the same. I don't, so I will not stop on it, but nothing remarkable there, so just a usual trade. And what I remember is that we discussed previous week or 2 weeks is that we had this zone, we had this reaction. If I remember correctly, we had some trades here to the downside and this low as the main target. So this is exactly what the market did. And of course, now we will have either a period of unclear price action or continuation to the downside. And then later in the week, I had this really interesting trade on gold. So these are some ideas that I posted. So first of all, we created this impulse. So again, you can pause and read a little bit or go to these ideas. So this October 18, 2023. So we had just bullish bias developing from here. And while it started to develop, I made another update here with this bullish price action. And so in this bullish context, I was just looking for some continuations. And again, I'm not looking at them here. We already have some structure developed. And of course, unfortunately, it all is fueled by fundamentals, by the war or the wars. And so again, this is the time where we don't need the price to come back to the zone. We just have an impulse and then horizontal correction, which is broken now. So now we expect expansion. After this break, we created one more correction, and just on the lower time frames, I was looking at some bullishness, and we created this inside push on 5 minutes, and on 1 minute again. Not saying this is the clearest market, actually it's not that clear, but on the London Open we created this upward structure, as you can see, breaks to the upside, tap into the zone, small absorption, and then impulse. Oh no, not a small absorption, it went all the way to the deepest zone and started to move up. How it started to move up? It started to move up with impulse, correction within this candle, and one more impulse. So ideally the entry on backtest, you know, it would be here. But in real life, while I was thinking a bit, like choosing places, I just entered here. Yeah, and the price tapped, and actually, yeah, it's a ridiculously small stop loss, but it held, I guess. Yeah, price chopped around a bit and then started to move up. No, down again, rejecting me almost a take profit, which made me very, very sad. But then it went later to take profit with a big impulse, with actually a huge impulse. And this specific trade, I don't know how much it ran. It probably ran to, oh, it's 5R. So my trade was here. So based on the strategy, 2R. I believe this trade ran to maybe 40R or something like that in MFE perspective. Let's see. Yeah, so we can take this impulse. So 30, yeah, 40. 40 in MFE and then maybe even higher, I believe. Yeah, and then even higher. Yeah, so it's, but again, this is it's not like a typical, of course, price action. It's really bullish and it is all fueled by fundamentals. So actually, in fact, this trade ran to 100R in MFE perspective, and yeah, that's super crazy. This is the week I had. I'm currently undergoing my a challenge for myself, rule following, when I have just days like circles. So this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And what I do is I try to have my days with rule following, which is the highest priority. So even if the day is red in terms of profit, but I followed it in terms of rule following. This is the green day, and I currently have 3 weeks like this, and I want to have 1 month of complete rule following. So far, I believe it's my best attempt, because usually I fail at these days or when I have 2 periods of good rule following, then I fail eventually, and I will describe it all later in the mental game videos. Yeah, this was my week. See you later. Bye.